This material is property of the Minnesota State High School League. No downloading, saving, or archiving of this production is permitted.
Gonna try and score, and she is in safe. Coming around and shot a goal! Big knock. Deep. Touchdown, Coon Rapids. Night has fallen at Andover High School as we get set for Game 2 of this section quarterfinal doubleheader. Number 3 seeded Andover Huskies welcoming the number 6 seed Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above for the action. The Huskies are the underdogs, but they got the better of the Huskies in the regular season.
Yeah, the Cardinals won 2-1 in an earlier matchup. John Young was telling us that they were missing, the Huskies were missing their goaltender and a couple other players, but nonetheless they got the win. So obviously Andover knows that they want revenge for that loss earlier in the season. And the Cardinals know they come with some opportunity here, knowing that they can beat Andover because they've done it once before.
Well, and the big question mark for the Cardinals is, when is that first goal going to come? They have been shut out in their last 4 contests, 5 of their last 6. And that's a rough way to roll into the playoffs.
Yeah, that is for sure.
And on the flip side, Andover coming in there really strong their last couple of weeks. And looking to maintain a little bit of momentum here and get a little bit of revenge at the same time.
Well, keep your eye on number 9 for Nathan Haglund. Nathan Haglund for Andover. He's leading scorer with 14 goals. There he is right there. Joel Sipper's favorite number.
Anxious moments as the team prepare for the opening whistle. Cardinals will start with possession, and they need to have some strong possessions. Get some time down in the Andover end and create some good opportunities. And as we've talked about before, they have so much trouble generating the good scoring chances. It comes to a point where you almost have to be perfect on your opportunities, because they come along so infrequently. The other side of this half of the Section 7 4A bracket includes number 2 Blaine and number 7 Forest Lake. So the winners of that contest and this will meet on Thursday for a chance to get to the section championship. But a lot to be decided between now and then, as we are just underway here at Andover High School. And much like in the girls' game, the Cardinals had the opening possession, but the Huskies quickly got a steal, got organized, and they come flying down. That one too far in front of the charging forwards. And Luke Rising will do what he can to help control the game from that goalkeeper position. He is very good at helping his team slow things down at that end, controlling traffic, communicating. He's going to be a big missing piece for this team moving forward after this season.
He certainly will. We talked about it on Sports Night last night, about just how much he's kept these Cardinals in games, and you're right, it's going to be a big piece to fill for the following season. But we still have a game here tonight, and the Cardinals are looking to see if they can move on and keep their season alive.
Long free kick served in, but only black jerseys there to receive, and the Huskies quickly get it to the other end, at least momentarily, before it's turned around again by the Cardinal defense. Cardinals a long through ball this time, trying to create with speed. It's Keegan Anderson attacking and put a little flutter in Christian Gunther's throat, I think, as he realized the pressure was still coming as he fielded that ball.
Yeah, he had to make sure that he secured that as the
Cardinals called for a little bit of a rub. Eklund serves it in, headed away by Ben Kish. Cardinals able to push it out further. Tracked down by Knudsen, and they'll play it to their back line, reverse fields. Cardinal pressure a little late getting there, and plenty of time to settle in turn for Gavin Hennessy.
Both teams, kind of feeling each other out a little bit.
Turning in the middle is Weiss, leaves it off for Hennessy. Long drive through the middle, turned right back to midfield. Freeman gets upended at midfield, and then he's going to be called for the penalty?
Huh.
Freeman goes up for this, and then gets undercut. I think that was Landon Fogarty. It might have been Preston Bergeron. But either way, free kick right into the middle. Unable to get the right header on it was Knudsen, and now this one driven wide and high. Out of play, goal kick upcoming.
We talked about the last time these two teams played, September 14th. The Cardinals won 2-1. Since then, they've only scored one goal in the rest of their games along the way. So, looking to see what they can do about getting their offense on track here tonight.
Yeah, these last 3 weeks have dragged on for the Cardinals and their scoring drought. But tonight could be the night that the dam bursts and all of a sudden they double their season output.
Would be nice to see.
Not if you're a Husky fan.
Well, no, that's true. But for Cardinals, it would be nice to see because they've been struggling as of late.
Eklund served that one in behind the defense, but no chance for Okoye on that. And again, Rising, anything that's close, he's going to swallow it up.
And the Huskies in the last 3 games have scored 12 goals.
Little collision there, and the whistle again goes in favor of the Huskies. But they got some guys that can really put a boot on it from midfield, put it right into that danger scoring area. Cardinals able to get to it and clear it out the side at least. But you talk about those dangerous spots to have free kicks. You don't typically think, 55 yards away.
Would be dangerous, right?
But they do a nice job of putting it into a good spot. Kish got a header on the long throw-in in the middle. A lot of white jerseys there. They're able to clear it out. Freeman settles, but then immediately pressured. Not quite able to keep it in was Ethan Weiss, who snuck up on Freeman while settling and stole it away, but out of bounds. Hacker threw it in for Mitch Branson, but he couldn't get turned around. Lost out off of a Anoka player. And that header right back out of bounds for Jackson Young. Jackson's got the best shoes in the business.
Yes, I love those shoes. Those are great.
Best cleats in the business because he's easy to spot.
Yes.
Keep an eye on.
I'm sure he did that just for you, Joe.
Yeah. That'd be great if we just color coordinated like everybody had.
CTN cleats?
No, they would have to be. Oh. Cardinal came out to challenge and just kind of left it there for Carter Eklund. Fortunately for Coon Rapids, did not develop into a great scoring chance, as Okoye now is double marked on that sideline. No, I was saying, like, you know, if your name's Bob, you wear blue. If your name's Howie, you wear
Hazel.
Just 'cause
Heather.
Heather.
Your name's Joe. You wear.
I don't know of any
I don't know
colors
color
that starts with J. On the sideline, Keegan Anderson tried to turn it back for Young in the middle. That was intercepted. Hagelin trying to settle it, bothered by Hacker. Keeps it in along the sideline, but Hacker tackles it away out of bounds. They get some distance out of their throw-ins as well.
Do.
Been a while. When did PJ Mack graduate?
Ooh, boy, he was good at that.
The flip throw-in?
Yep, he was
It's been
good
a
at
long
that. It's
time
been a
since
while.
I've seen that.
Yep.
The handspring throw-in?
Yeah, that's been a few years.
Or more than a decade.
It's been a while. God, we've been here a long time, haven't we?
Just today? Yes.
Today alone we've been here.
Eklund working left to right across the field. Now serves it in for Okoye. He's marked closely by Havern. Tries to get around the corner and does. Uh-oh. Oh, they called it offside.
Yeah.
I thought with the way that Okoye went down and Havern with a little bit of a shove, this is a long one in, punched away by the keeper, Luke Rising, but it'll be a goal kick. I was worried this would be called a foul inside the box and lead to an early PK, but it was actually the flag going up for an offside on the near side of the field, away from the ball. Long blast at the back post, directed toward the net, but Rising. Oh, it did go wide.
It did, yep.
Oh, the Cardinals did get a piece of it, though. Oh, yeah, it did come back on net. Adam Kish had to clear it out the end line, so another corner kick upcoming. That one stays out of bounds off the back of the net. And it'll give Rising an opportunity to kick it away. Young tried to leave it off for a teammate, put a little too much on it, and it turns it over to the Huskies. Long shot, well wide, and another goal kick upcoming.
Andover trying to generate some pressure down in the Cardinal end. Here early, just a little over 10 minutes, 11 minutes gone by.
Adam Kish able to get into that passing lane, get the turnover. Young sends it back upfield. That was stopped up. And the Huskies, much like their girls team, very patient with the ball. They pass very well. They're very confident working into their back line. Cardinals really not pressuring the ball at all. Start to put a little more pressure on as they come into their end, and then Jackson Young gets into a passing lane and breaks things up. Send it downfield. Jerry Freeman trying to get to it, still battling for it. Freeman in possession, using his body as a screen, looking for some support. Leaves it back. Austin Hacker out into the middle, and that's headed away by the defender for Andover. Haglund having trouble with Austin Hacker on
there you
him.
go. He's having a little trouble.
Well, because I said Hacker earlier when it was Keegan Anderson, number 7, that took that long shot. Here's Rising coming out. So I had to double check my stats. I was like, 27 is Hacker, 7 is Keegan Anderson. Rising again, just coming out and taking control of things as it gets too close to the net, and he's allowed to do so. Young plays this one back to Hacker. Looking to get it back to Freeman, but it was intercepted and volleyed over the head by Ethan Weiss. Back into the middle of the field. Freeman trying to hold position against Eklund, and now the Huskies have the ball. Hennessy will boot it along that sideline. Okoye there for it, trying to turn back. Haglund trying to get it into the middle. And then Schrader is tripped up. And this is going to be one of those free kicks from a very dangerous spot, really, considering how many strong legs this Rebels team includes. And
no,
it wasn't a lot there.
No, certainly wasn't intentional.
Schrader will be the one to line up behind the ball. Cardinals put a 4-man line, now 5. Are they putting a 5th guy on there? No. 4-man line in front. And they'll get backed up.
Yep.
Schrader will go direct, a diving save by Rising. Huskies on the ball first.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. It got past that wall, and Rising had to come out and make a pretty good save on it.
Cardinals fortunate there wasn't a call there, as Everin kind of used the body a little bit in the box. Long throw in was punched away by Rising, and then a diving save on the follow-up attempt. Getting his workout in early.
He really is. I mean, just a great job by him to make this save. Got a lot of bodies in front of the net.
Well, those soft clears can get you in a lot of trouble against good teams and aggressive teams, and Andover is both. Turnover in the middle. Branson unable to do anything with it. Andover back the other way. Okoye into the corner for Haglund. Marked by Ben Kish. Try and work back up. Kish able to get in position, get the steal, and now on the run. Stopped up. And the Huskies start to bring their D's in, and this one bounces into a dangerous spot. Rising got just enough of it.
He was fortunate.
That's a couple of just dangerous touches by Cardinal defenders early in this game that left the ball in very vulnerable positions, and fortunately it has not come back to cost them. Goal kick for Luke Rising.
Take another look at the congestion in front. getting a piece of it.
Young pressured from behind, looking for some help. Moves it into the middle, out of the reach of Gulbranson. Hagelin for a Coy. Good foot by Nathan Heverin to interrupt.
Well, it'll be interesting, Joe, because if the Cardinals get past the Huskies today, the football team will be looking for a kicker for Thursday night.
Good point.
Yep. And I don't have any eligibility left, so it can't be me. But yeah, if indeed that happens, you know, he's going to be with his guys on Thursday night on the pitch, most likely at Blaine.
Played in long. Rising comes out and controls. You know, that brings up an interesting thing. You know, it's interesting that they would schedule it that way. What if the Cardinals were the higher seed? Obviously, they're not.
They're not.
But they didn't know that when they made the schedules at the beginning of the season. Say the Cardinals were a 3 seed and won game 1, and now would be supposed to be hosting a game on the same night their football team is hosting homecoming.
They may change the night if that's the case.
Or would they play the soccer game earlier?
Or play the game earlier.
I think they would.
They could very well play earlier.
One of those two scenarios before they would move to a different site.
Right.
But
or a different night.
Yeah. Well, that was one of the two scenarios that I was referring to which I was referring.
To which.
There were only 2 scenarios,
yes.
not 9.
Are you sure
long
they're not 9?
pass to the back corner and just a little too long out of bounds. Goal kick upcoming. Oh, and offside?
Yep.
Akasab can't keep it in on the sidelines. Would have been miraculous had he been able to do so. Huskies have controlled much of the action through the first half of this first half. However, not a lot of great scoring chances.
No.
They've been in good scoring areas a couple of times, but really, I would say only probably one good scoring chance that Luke Rising was able to make a save, and they were able to get it clear. I suppose he's made a couple of other saves as
he
well.
has.
So. But no damage yet if you're the Cardinals. However, that scoreless streak continues to stretch. And it's got to feel, if you're on the field, like it's been forever ago since you guys were able to score.
Yeah, it has been. It's been a while since they've been able to score. And obviously this is the most important game of the season to be able to put the ball in the back of the net. They haven't scored a goal since September 21st. So their last 5 games, they've been shut out.
Yeah, that's what, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Well, and again, their last goal was a 1-0 win against Spring Lake Park, and they were shut out the game before that.
Yep.
So September 21st, was that a Tuesday? Was that 3 weeks ago exactly?
It was a Thursday.
Okay, so that one, Okoye was in behind the defense when they hopped it over. Gets a roar of disapproval from the Andover faithful. But clearly he's 2 steps behind the defense.
Yeah, they've scored 8 goals this season.
Gossip steps up, momentarily had possession, cleared away by Blake Knutson for Andover. Knutson will get it back now. And calmly plays it back to his back line. And look at how much room that back line for the Huskies has to work with.
Absolutely.
Now, no need to rush things. They have plenty of time to look. Now the pressure comes. Finds a seam ahead. Knocked down by Eklund. And then in the middle, Haglund ran into too many white jerseys and coughed it up. Kish one touch, tried to get it to Freeman a little wide, and Andover in an uncharacteristically quick play and rushed play, they clear it out of bounds. Jerry Freeman settles, tried to leave it for, it's Andrew Hyatt was running down that wing, wasn't ready for the pass.
In that 2-1 win, the Cardinals really, they had a 1-0 lead with 4 minutes remaining, and Andover was able to tie it up and before Coon Rapids scored a goal in the last minute to win it.
Couple of substitutions for the the Huskies. Nick Brown fresh on the field, using some speed, leaves it for Haglund along the wing. Back for Brown, tried to slip it through, that was denied. Loose ball, first on it was Eklund. Back for Schrader, hops it over the top, and Rising will come out and grab it in front of Matamba.
Yeah, couldn't secure it at first.
Again, they work up the right wing. In between a couple of Cardinals, Schrader tried to kind of spin his way through him. He made a nice play with the ball, but then couldn't get his body back around to the other side. Brown leaves it back. Long play over the top by Knutson, easily handled by Rising again.
Not a lot of, as you remember, not a lot of goal chances for either squad, but not a lot of pressure for the Cardinals down in the Andover end.
Well, and I talked a bit on Wednesday when Bill and I were doing the game about the strategies and how little pressure the Cardinal boys in particular seem to bring against the back line when they have clear possession. If you allow them to sit back there and watch their forwards, they're eventually going to find a passing lane. Here's a chance for Matamba, has some room, and then a little indecision. Now he crosses out front and deflects and goes in. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Andover Huskies.
Yeah, tough goal to give up, too. And, you know, they've been producing a little bit. And again, Rising not happy with the situation. And the ball's going to get behind them. And the Huskies will take this lead with 13:38 remaining.
Yeah, Matamba just took a little bit too much time to think about it, then got too deep, crossed it kind of out of desperation. And I'm not sure if it's Eklund that gets a piece of it. It went off of Rising, then off of Eklund and off of Sovey, and then into the net.
That's Eklund's 6th goal of the season.
And it's a big one as it gives his team the edge here in the section tournament. Winner plays on Thursday, and for the losing team, it's season over. Matamba trying to work down the left side, ran past the ball that time, able to recover, get it back for Schrader. Schrader trying to push it through for Eklund on the run, gets it right back though. Can't get past Eklund cleanly, able to come back and get it back. Ben Kish able to break it up and get it back up top for Jerry Freeman. Kish a little bit slow getting up. That's what drew the whistle, but he's okay, just fixing the shoe.
Got a little trip right there.
Oh, and they did call the foul way back there. Took their time on the whistle. Too far for the Cardinals to really do anything as far as setting up a scoring opportunity, but at least get themselves into the attacking end. Cardinals keeping 4 defenders back on their side of midfield, though. Akasip looking for that back post. Had Adam Kish on the run. Huskies not able to get it clear. Kish along the far sideline, turns to the corner, trying to cross out front. Freeman trying to spin against a couple of defenders. And eventually Andover able to clear. Just a lot of black jerseys back there against the 6 Cardinal attackers. It's about 6v9 down there. And I understand the Cardinals' defensive posture, and it has done good things throughout the season.
It has.
They really have not had many games where they've given up a ton of goals or been blown out.
Yeah, five. The most is 5 against Centennial, a 5-0 loss.
And, they have been in every game because they play very well on the defensive end, and they have an outstanding goaltender who makes the save when he has to. But they do such a good job of supporting him and, making sure a lot of the other team's opportunities are coming from a way out. Nice little back pass there by Akasip. Hyatt looks to reverse to the far side and does. That pass behind Hyatt, and on the run with it is Eklund for Andover. Chips it ahead too far for Haglund, and it's again controlled by Luke Rising.
And good thought. He's able to see, trying to put the ball on Haglund as he got behind the defense a little bit, but not able to do so.
That pass too wide for Young, turned around by the Huskies. Nice little touch trying to spring Haglund. Didn't quite pay off. Hacker able to break up that opportunity. And now Adam Kish down the sidelines running with Preston Bergeron.
Took him Branson back in for the Cardinals.
Huskies again trying to build the attack. Haglund's pass way too far. But, the Cardinals just, the passing, it doesn't have to be far.
No.
It has to be connected.
Correct.
And the Cardinals, even on their shorter pass attempts, have just been just wide. And
just a little bit, and that makes it difficult.
And if you can't string passes together, it's hard to sustain an attack, especially against a team that can. And the Huskies have proven since the word go tonight that they're fine with possessing. They all have patience. They work well as a unit. They move the ball. And, if you string 2, 3, 4 passes together, all of a sudden, you're creating scoring chances. Rising had to come out and rip that one away from Nick Brown.
And Nick Brown was right there.
Yeah, the Huskies have some skill and some youth up front. Collison Okoye, who started on that right attacking position, just a freshman. Matumba and Brown, who have come in and filled in up front for them, are both sophomores. And Haglund, who you talked about at the beginning of the game as being their team's leading scorer, just a junior.
Yep, very young. 6 seniors on the roster.
Schrader will touch over to Grant Johnson. And the Huskies again start to build things up. Bergeron on the sideline will play it back to a teammate who has 25 to 30 feet around him in every direction. That shot is well over the net. Might be a good kick on Friday night, but on Tuesday evening, it's
so
just
much.
a miss and a goal kick. Fidel Dequanmani checks in. Akasib settles. Gets it back. Into the middle. Hyatt able to get turned around. Find a little bit of space. Yeah, you just don't see anywhere on the field where a Cardinal has the ball with 25, 30 feet of empty space all the way around them.
Well, the Huskies do a good job of marking.
Hyatt down the left wing will play it back. And a long pass to the near corner. Gulbranson can't get around the end on Knutson. Out of bounds, throw in Cardinals. Down to the final 5 minutes of this first half. Section 7-3-8 quarterfinal. Number 6 seeded Coon Rapids. And number 3 seed Andover.
It's been a tight contest so far. Just the one goal scored by Andover.
Huskies have had a decided edge in possession time, and they have had a handful of scoring chances to the Cardinals 0.
Well, it's all about generating offense, and Coon Rapids yet to do so. And really give credit to Andover for that. They've been doing a really good job of troubling them.
Fogarty's pass blocked up. Gets another try, gets it into the middle of the field. Knocked back, but right to Eklund. Eklund to Haglund. Haglund turning. Leaves it off. That pass broken up by Hyatt. Cardinals get a couple of touches and able to get it cleared out to midfield. The Huskies serve it right back in and eventually play it in close enough for Rising to come out and grab on. Bergeron looking for Haglund. He's run over a little bit. No whistle. Left-footed. Strong shot. And a good save by Luke Rising.
Yeah, he shot that in with a lot of speed on that. And Rising able to gather it in to keep the score where it is. Yeah, that's giving it a nice boot.
Keegan Anderson back in for the Cardinals. Hagelin, a spin and on the run. He's got speed. Trying to get it to Coy. Coy fires up and over, out of play. Good setup, good thought. Execution, not quite there.
Yeah, and he's frustrated with himself. He knew he had a great opportunity to score a goal and just put too much on it. You can see just great feed, and he's quick.
He is, and he's a noticeable player. I mean, obviously he's a starter, so you keep kind of see him, but he was around the ball a lot. Ball came to him. He did good things with the ball. He's the kind of player you notice right from the very beginning, and then you notice, oh, he's only a freshman.
Yeah.
He's also listed as a defender, and that's a long way from your net for a defender.
Yeah.
And doing an awful lot of attacking for a defender. Not that a defender can't attack. There's
no, but he's playing up for sure.
I would say he's more likely an attacker. And again, Huskies patient and not afraid to work it back and forth in the back to try and find their right long pass. Hennessy trying to spring Hagelin. He's slowed down and has it taken away by Kish. Casa plays it back. Booted ahead by Sylvie. Headed down by Fogarty, but the Cardinals send it right back in deep. And boy, Gavin Anderson was right there looking for it to come down, but Gunther went up and got it before he did. Down to the final 30 seconds. Huskies again just looking for their seam. Now they find their guy, Hagelin. Turns to the middle, runs into Ben Kish again. Back for Knutson. Knutson looking to that back corner where Coy would attack from, and there he is. Going to be a corner kick if the Huskies can hurry. Quickly get it in, headed by the Cardinals. Buzzer sounds. And we go to the half with the Huskies in front by a goal. It was a weird one. They got the right bounce. They've got the 1-0 lead. And we will be back with first half stats and highlights after this. You're watching Section 7 3A Boys Soccer on CTN. A section quarterfinal matchup between two longtime rivals. A natural rivalry that formed as soon as Andover opened here in 2002, 2003. And the Huskies, the number 3 seed, and they brought the pressure. Luke Rising has been strong. Defense has been tested.
It has.
And then just a fortunate bounce on the cross that went off Rising, off Eklund, then off Sovey, and into the net.
Well, that's where we sit. So, I mean, down 1-0 opportunity here for the Cardinals as they, they talk about things at the break, and we'll see what they can do after the half is over. But they were having trouble scoring goals, so it's going to be a little difficult, and they hope to get off the schneid right away here, starting in the second.
Unofficially, I have Andover with 4 shots on goal on 7 attempted. They've had 1 goal kick and 2 corners, handful of free kicks. The Cardinals have had 6 goal kicks, no shots attempted. They have not been in that end of the field very often, but they have 40 minutes left to try and keep their season alive. One team is done for the year. That's how the playoffs go. The Section 7 3A quarterfinals continue after this on CTF. So Howie, did you know the term soccer actually came from England?
But don't the English call soccer football, like pretty much everyone else?
Yeah, but only after we started saying soccer and the world was mocking us for it.
So you're saying the UK set us up?
Yep, sabotage.
Brits. This material is property of the Minnesota State High School League. No downloading, saving, or archiving of this production is permitted.
Andover High School, second half of this Section 7 3A quarterfinal. The third-seeded Huskies with a 1-0 lead over the sixth-seeded Cardinals.
Well, Cardinals would like to come out quickly here. See if they can tie this up relatively soon.
Well,
put a little pressure on Andover.
Off the opening whistle, actually able to force it in deep, and then you saw some, pressure coming. The Huskies were able to get it turned back upfield relatively quickly, but it wasn't the same kind of offense from Coon Rapids where the Andover defense, once they had it, could turn around and survey the defense for 5 to 10 seconds before deciding what they were going to do with the ball. In deep, Hagelin crosses all the way to the backside, then lost out of bounds by Knutson. It'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Oh, no, it was touched by the Cardinals, so a corner kick upcoming. Couple of corner kicks in the first half for Andover. Carter Eklund goes short post. Denied by Hevern. Gavin Anderson just went flying past, but unable to collect the ball on his way through. Long shot through traffic, scooped up by Rising.
Yeah, Rising with an easy opportunity there.
Here again, the Huskies with some time to think about what they want to do from that defensive back line, not being pressured at all. Cardinals have done a nice job to be fair. They do a nice job of collapsing once it gets into the midfield.
Yeah.
But, and they have not allowed a ton of great scoring chances considering the amount of possession time the Huskies have enjoyed.
Yeah, it's just the Cardinals have a tough time getting their offense moving.
That one right off of the ear, I think, of Preston Bergeron.
Yeah, he took a shot. Says he's okay. Oh, yeah, right off the side of the head. It's going to come out.
Yeah, I mean, in today's world, I mean, obviously everyone is rightfully so, but very concerned about potential head injuries.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
actually, soccer has one of the highest rates of injury of any
Yep.
youth sport.
Cardinals goal kick.
Says, yeah, my neck's going to be a little stiff. I've got a little ringing in my ear, but I know that it's Tuesday. I know where we are. Can I go play now?
Please.
A lot of Cardinals there nearly mishandled it. It does trickle out of bounds on the far side, but could have turned into something very ugly. Haglund will handle the throw in. It's out the end line, and both teams state their case as to who it touched last.
Cardinals goal kick.
A little slow to get up is Ethan Weiss. Some assistance from the Cardinal keeper.
Well, something came out of his mouth.
Well, I was just gonna say, I think that's a tooth he just took out of his mouth and put in his hand.
Unless it's a...
And he slowly makes his way
Yeah.
to the bench.
I need Dennis in the crowd.
Yep, it's at least a piece of a tooth. Speaking of injuries, etc., that you see in...
You don't see that too often.
Well, you see that, I think, more often than you think, because you don't see soccer players wearing mouth guards.
No. I think he'll put that under his pillow.
Could get the edge of a dollar bill.
Or get a mouth guard. Wake up with a mouth guard. No tooth.
Yeah, it's tough. It is.
Well, he's smiling.
It is not technically a contact sport, but there is a whole lot
absolutely.
of contact, and it depending on the situation. There are violent collisions between head and ball, and sometimes head and head, which is never fun.
There's the tooth. Look. It's an incisor. It used to be inside. No, it's not anymore.
Sovey will let it get back to Rising. His clear is stopped up by the Huskies, short of midfield. And now Okoye settles, trying to turn, poked away. Cardinals trying to string a couple passes together. That one a little too long for Jackson Young. Still battling for it against Haglund. Huskies able to work it back and now forward. Adam Kish battling with his opposite number. It takes Dylan Schrader to the turf. And it will be a foul and a free kick for Andover. Carter Eklund will handle the free kick. And we saw in the first half, they can do some things from this distance.
They can.
Good in, put it into a good spot. There were a couple of black jerseys there. Good job by Coon Rapids defensively to crowd the ball. They had more white jerseys than black where that one came down. Able to get it turned around quickly. Freeman jumps over the trip attempt, but lost out of bounds. And Packers throw in, stolen away, but then deflected out of bounds. Huskies making some substitutions, seem very light on the bench. They have the 1-0 lead, which is not a comfortable lead, but
Nope.
they have had possession for so much of this game and have kept the pressure on the Cardinals. They really have not felt any need for anxiety in this contest yet. Hagelin trying to get around Sauvé. Does, but then the pass broken up. Huskies back to work, and they'll just run away from the pressure. Good little give and go. Find a little bit of room. Now a bump to that back corner looking for Ikoy. Was broken up by Sauvé. Gets it further away from the net. Here's Hennessy from ways out on a hop to the keeper, and Rising holds on.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a venture. It took the ball a little bit to get to him. And
Eklund in the middle. Turning back to his left. Stopping up as pressure comes. A little touch passing. Didn't get through cleanly. Schrader will take the shot. The save. A long rebound. And Cardinals able to get there just ahead of Ikoy. Sauvé able to clear it away.
oh, yeah, that was a bullet. Unfortunately, your defender bails you out, leaving that rebound right in front.
Throw in. Cardinals get the first touch. A header that gets it away. The shot is blocked. Hennessy plays it toward that back post. And that's going to be offside.
Yep.
Huskies offsides. Cardinals free kick.
And I've talked again, we've talked about it. Sound defensive strategy. Cardinals have played solid defensively all year.
They have.
All game tonight. The one goal kind of on a weird one that took a couple of bounces that went against them. But at some point, you have to start putting a little more pressure on, showing a little more urgency, a little more desperation, and putting, the fear, the anxiety into the heart of the visiting or the hosting team.
Husky throw-in.
Bergeron works it into the middle. That one got away from Schrader a little bit. He's able to regain control. Freeman steps in and gets a steal for the Cardinals. In between a couple of Huskies. Able to maintain possession. Will give and go, but it went off his ankle. And right to Eklund, back the other way for Andover. Eklund looking for a way in. Plays it to the middle, gets it right back. A little miscommunication. That one well behind Knutson.
Yeah, but the Huskies retain possession.
Long shot from Bergeron. Was probably going wide, but lofted up in a spot where Rising could easily come out and take control, and he's going to do that every time.
Yeah, he's an aggressive goaltender, so you're right. He's going to come out and grab that ball whenever he has the chance.
McCoy working back, leaves it there for Schrader. Ahead, Haglund. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Eklund. That's Haglund in the corner. Haglund is number 9.
Number 9.
Cardinals able to clear. Again, Freeman tried to settle, but a lot of black jerseys there with him. This one served in towards net by Caden Hansen, and again, just helping Luke Rising pad his stats with attempts like that. You're turning the ball back over, although that has not been a problem for Andover so far tonight. They've done a very good job of reestablishing and maintaining possession.
You know, they're trying to put the pressure on. They'd love an insurance goal in this situation and double that lead, make it a little more secure for them.
Yeah, and as long as the Cardinals hang around, that one bounce goes their way, and this game could go in a different direction. And it's not like regular season where they have now abolished overtime in the regular season. This one will go till there's a winner, and I'm not sure if they do 2 5-minute, 2 10-minute overtime periods and then a shootout. It's been a while since I've seen playoff soccer go to
it's been
overtime.
A long time.
But I remember some memorable ones.
We've been at a number of them.
Do you remember a section championship girls soccer game that went to shootout between the Coon Rapids Cardinals? Here's a chance in close, and Rising able to smother that one as it just got far enough away from Haglund.
Yeah, the ball came in pretty quickly. So it was a shootout. Was it
Coon Rapids versus Duluth East?
Oh yeah.
1999.
It was a long time ago. Jessica Christopherson.
She was the goaltender in that tilt.
I remember.
The winning goaltender.
Yep.
Yeah, she was a Cardinal All-State goaltender.
Yes, she was.
She was solid.
She was definitely solid.
Absolutely, but 80% of that should go to her defense. They were so good defensively that year. I think as a team, they only gave up, I want to say they only gave up like 4 goals all year. And yes, Jessica was definitely a big part of that. She was a very solid keeper, but they defensively that year were absolutely
they were stellar.
outstanding. And that's why they finished 3rd place at state.
Yep.
And then Coach Adkins said, I think that's enough for me.
And then Jeff DeJoy took over a very long run, successful run as the head coach.
Well, and of course, Jeff DeJoy was the head coach of the boys soccer team.
Yes, he was.
Prior to taking over the girls team on the when Coach Adkins retired. And again, that's, if you can get bodies there to try and redirect it between the back of the defense and that goaltender, that's a solid play. But other than that, all you're doing with that play off that free kick is just giving the ball back to Luke Rising. He will take that every single time.
Yes, he will.
Hyatt checks in for the Cardinals. Matamba and Brown back on for Andover.
Intervening for the Huskies, number 26, Clement Matama. And number 35, Nick Brown.
Haglund turns and faces, sent it into the middle, and then it just kind of skipped off the foot of Ethan Weiss. I don't know if he thought he had another teammate in behind, but good to see him back out there.
Yeah, it was a nice feed from Haglund too. It was just it was a pretty little give.
Weiss was the one that went to the sideline with the tooth. So.
Yep.
I'm sure when he goes to the dentist next, dentist will shake his head and go, "Oh my goodness." Well, at least you're not a hockey player.
At least you got $5 for it.
Yeah. Never damaged a tooth playing hockey.
Of all the hockey you've played, you've been fortunate.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Yeah, but eating a piece of candy, you've damaged a tooth because I was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I gave you that candy.
And I broke a tooth. I've broken a tooth riding mountain bikes. Other stuff like that, but not during hockey. I should definitely knock on wood.
Yep, come in.
It is my goal every time I take the ice at my age. Just have some fun.
Stay healthy.
Do not get hurt.
Well, you did get hurt a couple weeks ago.
I did, and I'm still feeling the effects,
Yep.
and I'm still kicking myself, not literally, but figuratively, for doing what I tell myself not to do, which is it's not worth blocking shots.
Nope.
It's not worth it. On the line.
But you're a gamer. That's just
It's
you.
hard.
It's in your DNA. It's in your mentality.
It's hard to put yourself in the right position to make the right play and then consciously keep yourself from making said right play because you're concerned that you might get hurt.
Because you're an old man.
And,
Yeah.
I'm not young.
No.
Not. And, some of the guys that I play with, they can shoot the ball shoot the puck pretty hard. And, limping now for almost 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure that I'm on the mend.
I'm sure you are. Doesn't stop you from playing hockey.
It has not yet.
Nope.
Well, the following Monday I did not go, partly because of the injury and partly because I just
didn't really want to. Didn't feel like it.
Sovey awaits the free kick, just the Cardinals' side of midfield. Boy, he got a lot of that.
He did.
He's got a healthy boot to be certain.
Huskies again doing a nice job of clearing the ball out of trouble.
Well, Cardinals starting to put a few more bodies on the attacking half of the field when they get the ball there.
They know they have to score. We're less than we're a little more than halfway through this second half.
Trying to spring Haglund behind the defense. Cardinals able to cut it off. Shot from ways out, right on, rising the save. Haglund in the corner. That one misplayed right to Eklund. Kish steps up, gives him some pressure. Forces the turnover. Cardinals clear. Fogarty will play that one all the way back to the keeper. Now get it back, fanned on the little heel kick. Hennessy, long boot ahead. Cardinals able to get it turned back around. Schrader keeping it away from Anderson. Send it in, cut off by Ben Kish. Haglund recovers. Cleared away from him by Derby Bone. The Huskies again reset their offense.
You know, time obviously on the Husky side, but however, you know, just the slim 1-0 lead could change at any point.
Long ball in, redirected, but Brown not able to get much on the shot attempt. And I was about to say Sovey. It's not, it's Rising that plays goalie.
Yes.
Sovey's back there a lot, but just got the bottom of his foot on it.
Husky throwing.
And yeah, I feel like there should be a little more urgency, but still not critical time.
No, I mean, it's got
they
15
still
minutes.
have to make sure, step one, stay strong defensively.
Correct.
Make sure it is only a 1-goal lead. And then see if you can create a few more chances. But yeah, they've got a little bit of time before they get to real desperation time, knowing that they need one at least. Something they haven't been able to do in the last 5 games. Brown goes down in a collision with Nathan Hervin. Or Hevrin.
It came out of his shoe.
Whistle sounds, free kick for the Huskies. Now offside on the Huskies.
Did you get a yellow card? Somebody get a yellow card? Yeah.
Looks like Matamba coming out. Said something to the official that the official did not like.
Didn't care for.
Entering the game for the Huskies, number 8, Caden.
And again, he's just a sophomore. So lessons you learn. Just before the offside call.
Husky throwing.
Derby Bone steps up, slows Haglund, and he's taken down in a collision with a Kassip. Slow to get up. Jessup just trying to step in front, take away position. Long boot, it got past the keeper, and then I heard a whistle blow. Did they call him offside?
They must
Can't
have.
be offside on a free kick.
But
Cardinals free kick.
handing out some free leftover pizza. Joe, you should have waited. Could have gone down there and got a free piece of pizza.
I like free pizza.
Free pizza.
I like
good.
free hot dogs.
I like free just about anything, but I like pizza. Big fan.
I like hot dogs.
I do too.
I like bratwurst.
Yep. Do you like zucchini?
Yeah, it depends on what you do with it. Technically a squash.
Not a fan of zucchini.
No?
Nope.
You
I
ever
do
had
like
fried,
squash.
You ever have fried?
I tried it
zucchini?
once. I'm not wild about it.
Oof, this one's going to be from a spot where they can really do some damage. See, I don't care for other squash.
Right.
Of the squash family, I would say zucchini's about the only one I'd eat.
I'm a big fan of spaghetti squash. Put a little pasta sauce in there, and just like spaghetti, only healthier.
That one is sent high and wide to the net. A goal kick upcoming.
Joel Sipper says he's a big fan of relish. Puts it on everything.
I like relish.
Yeah, he puts it on cottage cheese. He likes it.
That sounds awful. Cottage cheese and pickle
relish.
relish.
Yeah, it's good. Try it sometime.
Well, I will say this, and this is no joke. There is a thing in my family, my mom's family, when they were kids, one of the things that they would do for dessert, sour cream and grapes.
Interesting. Did you ever try it?
I have, and I'll tell you, it's not great.
It's an acquired taste. Is what
It's
you're
not
saying?
great. It's not great, but it's. I see where you could go. Yeah, it's kind of sweet and it's creamy. But yeah, I tried it and went, okay, I can.
Okay, well,
yeah, I'm not. Gonna
you said
go there
you
again.
tried it and you gave it a fair chance.
Well, I've tried Roquefort cheese too.
Yeah.
Good pressure from Ben Kish down the wing. Forces the ball out off of the Andover player. Gets the corner kick for the Cardinals. Their first as we cross under 10 minutes remaining. A.J. Sovey will come down and handle the responsibility from the corner. Back post. Cardinals get there first. Andover able to clear, though.
That's huge.
Look at this. Luke Rising on the attacking side of midfield will serve it right back in. And now it's Gunther that comes out and heaves it. Wow, he threw it almost 50 yards. That was a chuck.
And right to where he needed it to be.
McCoy gets it right back from Haglund. Takes a shot, misses wide.
Nothing called.
Taken to the turf, and everyone in a black jersey or their fans in the stands asking why there was no call there, and it will not come. Kish trying to get around the corner and does, using his body. He's tripped up in the box. How is that not a call? And a penalty shot. That should be a penalty kick, clearly inside the 18. And he's knocked to the ground by a pair of Andover Huskies. And the same fans who were just crying about the non-call at the other end, not calling about no call there, and that's as trippy as you can get.
Absolutely.
But they can't see them all. Yeah, they'll call that one, but There's a big difference between
where it is on the field.
One that's 20 yards from your end and one that's would be a PK.
Well, we talk about Joel Sipper a lot. He's our director, but congratulations to him. He just got married. So we, everybody, when you see him, just wish him well. I'm sure everybody knows who he is.
He did just now. Just now?
Not just today. Just recently, though. Just last weekend. Just on Saturday. It's been less than a week.
Wow.
It's a freshly married man.
He's spending his honeymoon
with you.
With us doing double header soccer. What a fortunate guy.
No, he's got one planned. I think they're going down to Winona.
To Winona and other various destinations.
Yeah,
Red Wing, Rochester.
Yeah. I think they're going to have breakfast in Hutchinson.
Might go across the river to I don't even know what's on the other side of the river down there.
Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Is it La Crosse?
It could be, right yeah. Well, La Crosse is a nice place. Maybe that's on their agenda to go.
I will say I have ridden the county roads over in Wisconsin on two wheels. It is a very, very fun place to go and ride because they have a lot of twisty roads that are somewhat, not very heavily trafficked. Good step there by Sobi to get the steal. But Okoye able to steal it right back. Sobi serves it into the corner. Huskies play it back up. Stopped up by Hyatt. Akasip boots it to that back post. Cardinals got a head on it, still loose. And whoa, that's gonna get you something. Anytime you make that kind of contact.
With a goaltender. And there's little altercations going.
Well, Adam Kish was the one to run into the keeper, Christian Gunther. Words being exchanged, and Ben Kish stepped up for little brother.
Yes, he did.
Adam Kish will take the yellow card. Going to put a couple of seconds back on the clock. A little discussion with
5:32.
The officials and between the officials and the coach. Can a coach get a yellow card?
I suppose they could.
I mean, he keeps reaching towards his pocket as he's discussing things with Huskies coach Andy Lynch. I've never seen such a thing. I don't know that there's a penalty if you get a card on a coach, but a little unexpected break in the action here late in the second half. Andover clinging to the 1-0 lead. Cardinals feeling the frustration, feeling the pressure, now starting to feel that urgency and desperation.
Yeah, with 5.5 minutes remaining, you need something to happen if you want your season to continue.
Hennessy's boot past midfield, stopped up by Hacker, gets it to Akasip. His pass intercepted. Huskies able to turn it around. Cardinals stop it up quickly. Big boot by Sovey. That's going to outpace everyone. And Gunther will settle it just before the end line. And no, he did not. He let it go out, and it'll be a goal kick. Adam Kish right back into the fray. Looked like exchanging some words with some of the Andover players as he returned to the field. And the Huskies really have to be the one to keep their heads at this point, because if something were to happen, and I don't think it will, but if an altercation were to blossom and something were to happen between the two teams because of, bumping,
right,
shoving,
yeah, and if they were called
or
for
words, the Cardinals have nothing to lose at this point.
Nope.
You could possibly end up costing yourself a penalty that goes into next week or into next Thursday. That may be the Cardinals' first shot on goal. Jackson Young firing it through a crowd, and
they certainly
went low.
They haven't been able to generate offense, really, the last number of contests. But they know they're still in this, just trailing by 1. But time is definitely not on their side with under 4 minutes remaining.
Yeah, for Andover, it would not be surprising to see some slower lineup changes, taking every second they can off the clock, and they're fine.
That was a nice clear.
Booting it back to midfield. Sovey trying to direct traffic. Young's pass broken up. And the Huskies will work down the far side. And that'll get you a call every time as Haglund is tripped up. And he's a little slow to get up.
Looks like need a knee, maybe. He's okay.
Yeah, and a tally by Andover here would pretty much seal the deal. Cassip able to interrupt that centering pass, but then gave it to Coy. Huge save by Rising. Cardinals able to clear. And then there was a foul called somewhere in there. But yeah, great play by Cassip, and then not so great play as he gives it right back to Coy. Fortunately, Rising able to make a big save. We're under 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, again, Rising keeps it at 1-0.
Packers boot. Kish volleys it over a defender, couldn't get back to it. Huskies will clear it out the near side.
Yeah, the Cardinals got to hustle and get this ball back in.
Hyatt looking for someone to pass to. We'll send it back to Sovey. Here comes a Coy. Sovey into the middle, punched away by Gunther. And sent right back in. Gunther will take it and settle in to allow traffic to clear. Into the final minute. Haglund working his way upfield, sends it in. Big high boot back from Rising. And it's going to end up out of bounds right in front of the Cardinal bench. Coy bodied off it by Hyatt. Sylvia ahead, Young couldn't control. Coy blocks that one out into the stands, and that'll allow the final seconds to tick off the clock, and the Huskies will hold on for the 1-0 win here in the section quarterfinal, punching their ticket to the semifinal round on Tuesday.
They did.
Most likely to face the number 2 seed Blaine Bengals.
Yeah, and again, it was a tough loss for the Cardinals. They hung in there. They couldn't get anything going offensively, but defensively, I thought they played pretty well and just limited the Huskies to that one goal. But unfortunately, that one goal was enough to get the win for Andover.
Well, and the Cardinals' season will end on with that scoring drought still active. 6 straight games without a goal to close out the year. And as you mentioned, I think only, 7 goals all year, 8 goals all year.
8.
And that's something they're hoping. They've been working on trying to figure that out the last couple of seasons, but a very tough conference.
Yes, for sure.
And they do have a lot of youth on this team, a lot of talent in those younger classes. That one will be a big piece to try and replace. Luke Rising has been the starting keeper for 3 straight years. It's going to be a big piece to try and replace Ben Kish also. That's Adam Kish's younger brother, who's part of that youth movement. But yeah, the Cardinals were hoping for a better outcome. Instead, for a number of those boys, it's time to look forward to their next sport. For one of the soccer players, it means just he's done with one of his fall sports, because on Thursday he'll be at the stadium, hopefully kicking lots of extra points.
Yes,
That's, of course,
let's hope so.
Jackson Young. We also have bowling coming up on CTN on Thursday with our friend Bill Hupp.
Yep.
Then we will all be at the homecoming game on Thursday night against the Bengals. Volleyball starts the section tournament next week, and we will be covering them as far as they go. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Andover 1, Coon Rapids 0. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us to continue to support everything we do here at CTN for the entire crew, including director Joel Sipper and my friend Howie Shapiro. I'm Joe Young. Say goodnight.